Right, good. Yes, it is still morning. Oh my, I've had a bit of an adventure with the technology this morning because the Soul software doesn't, not Soul software, the Facebook doesn't have everything running real well. I'm just trying to be diplomatic because they've changed things around again. I'm not streaming into a group, so it shouldn't affect me, but there certainly is something with my live stream that is not picking up my Boundy page in Facebook so that I can do this direct into that page. What I'm doing right now is two separate streams, one that goes to my Facebook profile, the mytimetv.live in Facebook, my LinkedIn account, Ros Boundy, and my YouTube account, Ros Boundy. That's using BeLive. On my eCam, I've got it going to the Soulpreneurs app, the Lenormand card group in there. I've got it going to my other YouTube channel called Psychic Ros, or something similar. I don't exactly remember what that one's actually called, and to the X/Twitter account. I'm hoping it's all running smoothly because I cannot monitor each and every one of those destinations. So anyway, with all of that intro, I'm Ros Boundy Psychic Medium, bringing a daily Lenormand card spread reading. I've been doing it for so many years. I've had little breaks throughout that time, and that's what's happened in the last 3-ish weeks because I did have surgery. I'm recovering still, and thank you so much for that, Kay. Lovely. Hope you're healing okay today, and healing hugs for me. I am continuing that process. You know, with anything that is major, it does take a lot longer. So I'm still in the very wee early days of it, but I'm fine. I will get through this, and thank you for those loving energies and healing hugs. Oh, good morning to you, Anne Ivor. Lovely to see you. I'm not sure if I've seen you before or not, but that's wonderful to have you aboard. I'm going to go over to the cards so that we can get through this, hopefully uninterrupted this time. I did start it once before this morning, but had a phone call and since had other things I've had to do. So there we go. Here we go over to the cards. You are new, Anne. It's lovely to have you aboard watching. Thank you. Now, just as a reminder, this is a general card reading spread. It's not where I do the individual questions because I knew that question was coming. So I preempted a little, but there is delay between when I speak and when you see it, when you type back and it comes back to me. So it is a general card reading spread, but certainly in the chat, ask the questions and I do go back and review what is chatted about later. So now I do need to switch a camera, which I haven't brought that one in yet because I was trying to get these other ones sorted. So if you just bear with me, I do have to do a few little bits of management stuff in the background with this one. Choose the right camera, basically. And I'm not sure which one it is. That's the one. And I think I've got to go like this, not mirror, and that one's going to be on mute. Okay, so I'll do all that and show it in the stream. So here we go. And I do have the curtain open again this time. It is a little bit stark light. I've got a little grabber thingy that I'm hoping I can grab. One of these little dudes. I was going to try and do it without showing my arm and all that stuff rather than leaning over. Let's see if that makes it a bit better. It did last time I did this, so I'm just trying to be practical and it's not working. Hold on a sec. It does it a bit better. Is that a bit better? Yeah, it is. Oh gosh, the things that we do, isn't it? So I shall also just move the table a little bit. You can see where the curtain is still parted over there. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And this one, this display, I've got to have this up there. So here we go. Usual layout is just altering a little bit. And for this one, I've got to go onto my Mac that way. And that makes it different for the eCam. Let me just see. I'm going to place this there. Look, let's read the card. What we've got as our card first thing today in the reading is every struggle in your life has shaped you into the person you are today. Absolutely. All those lessons that we learn from our struggles, trials, I don't call them tribulations because they're not really that, are they? They're just experiences that we have as being ourselves in this wonderful world we live in, isn't it? So from there, what we've got is the Gilded Breviary Lenormand deck, is that one. I'm just going to have to move a screen back over because I can't see the comments. Oh, it's an interesting one. I've got to shift things around a little bit. And Alison, good morning to you as well, Alison. Beautiful cards they are, aren't they? And there you go, the lovely grabby thing. You'd like one too? I actually got that from my dad, Kay. Once he'd passed on and all that stuff I tried sorting out and gifting to other siblings, you know, that you do sort stuff out. I ended up with that somehow. No one else wanted it, and I'm so happy I have because I've had two ops since then, and it's very, very handy for that. So what we have here, let's go back to the cards. What we've got is the Gilded Breviary Lenormand deck. That's the branding, that's the name. It is actually Ciro Marchetti is the artist that created this deck, and they are a Lenormand deck. They're beautiful cards, as you can see. I love them. We've got a 5-card spread that I've been using for years. This is the home space. We've got the labyrinth in this home space energy. We have the books in the work space energy. We've got the sun as the unexpected energies. Birds, and in this case owls, is in our role. It's called your role in the little card I used for this once upon a time. So it's our role, and then the outcome energies is the fox. And I do also call it my pivot card because everything is touching this. It's all related together into what is our outcome. What are our expectations? What are we aiming for today? And seeing if that actually does bring it forward to being part of our, you know, the journey for the day to day. So I might need to pop that one in there. No, I don't think so. So just going to zoom into this one on the eCam. I can't unfortunately zoom in on the Be Live screen, this one here. So it is going to be a little bit more difficult to see, but what we've got with the labyrinth in that home space, it is that journey. We are on that pathway, and sometimes it is about rinse and repeat, and, you know, trial and error, that type of thing, because what we're doing is walking our path. There are others around that can help out, but we do sometimes come up against that is the dead end, and we have to retrace our steps until we do get to that goal that we're aiming for, whether it's the central goal so that we can have some time out and rest, or whether, you know, that is the actual destination, or whether you want to finish and complete out of the complete maze. That's up to you to decide what your actual goal is. But it's so beautiful to have that assistance of the peace and tranquility of what you know you've done, where you've moved from through all of these little pathways, to be able to rest and have that help along the way if it is possible. Sometimes it's not, because others might be very fully focused on their own journeys too. But we still have that opportunity to ask for the help, don't we? So from that, and this is in the context of the home, remember, so it's those who are closest in your life at home with you, that loving energy of family, friends, and that arena that we're playing in with this journey. So, you know, it can be also just having fun with the games that are a maze. You know, I liked going through those puzzle books and doing all the maze ones first when I was a child, and sometimes as an adult too, because sometimes the path is obvious, other times it's not. I just love it. So enjoy, really take advantage of what that's showing you in your day to day. Moving across to that is the books. What we've got here It is the mystery of what is the knowledge we can gain here, and it is in the work energy space. So it can be if you work for yourself or you work for another, it's still having that knowledge or acquiring it, going and searching for more if you need more, that type of thing. And good afternoon, Joanna, sorry, it's lovely to see you here too. Wonderful friend in New Zealand. We are global, so it's lovely to really come together using this technology. And this has come about like we've all learnt different things as we've moved along in our lives, and we each have our own beautiful talents, as it is here with the owl card. And just for Joanna's benefit too, here we've got the owl card reminding us too, every struggle in your life has shaped you into the person you are today. And it certainly comes into the fore when we, I might just put that right next to it there, shows up in the eCam that way too. So that you can really know that the struggles aren't negatives. Anything that we have as negatives are not that. They are positives because they add to that is that journey that we're on, to that pile of knowledge and understanding that really broadens who we are in what we can do and offer and be in our workplace here today. So it could even be that you might be needing to write things down as you're going to give you your own guidance, like journaling or anything like that. But for me, in a business book, it's just writing notes of what's next to do. The old-fashioned way, pen and paper, that type of thing. It can be that type of information we're being given for today, that message. And hi to Jacqueline as well, first time here. It's not the usual time that I've done these live streams, Jacqueline. I've mostly done them at 8 o'clock a.m. Adelaide time, so Australian Central Time. And I've been doing them for a few years. So I just had different reasons for doing later. And from this morning, there was a glitch in that process, and I've only just managed to be able to get on as a live stream. I love doing these, and it's a pleasure to see you here joining us today too. So from here, the movement is 1, 2, 3. So we're up to this that is the sun's energy. And I've just got to move that up there. A beautiful pictorial here of the sun. It's got the beautiful rays shining out, that is streaming from it in what almost looks like moonbeam type energy. But you know how the sun flares and does all of that stuff? Just imagine that to be the energy that's being shot out and sent to us, that we feel, that nurtures and nourishes and grows us as plants. People, we need sunshine for vitamin D and all of that. There's the whole balance of all this. And it's showing us that timeline, that the sundial here is sitting on the 6, or between the 5 and the 6 or something. It's all of that is, the creation of what is our earth. We'd be nothing without it. Everything would die. It's all of that is possible with the sun. And in those unexpected moments, we're going to have our full visuals of things being shown to us, in the sunlight, in that is shown to us. It's the light and the dark, the differences, because the opposite, of course, is the moon. But even with the moon, you can see, because the sun reflects its light into the moon, all of that. That's the physical stuff. But we're going to have new insights shone at some point in our day for our work on that knowledge that we've learnt and grown with. The same as those moments in our home space with the labyrinth showing us our journey. What is next? It could be that you do work with a list of jobs to do, a list of your checklist in your workspace. It's giving us that process of taking one thing at a time. Time itself really isn't relevant, but it's this that gives us the opportunity to use different tools. We as humans have created clocks in whatever form they are. And sometimes it really is just the sunrise and the sunset that is the clock. and even animals use that. Every other animal might use that. It's that sort of process. So as we move down now to the birds who are communicating in the bottom, I'm just moving it to get the full visual of that one. So here we are with the birds in our role. Our role, the communication card, that's what the birds are. Now, when it's actually bringing in the owls, it's even deeper meaning because it's the wisdoms, not just the gossip and banter and stuff that we chatter away with other people. So good afternoon as well to Michelle. I think it could be your morning still. Not 100% sure of time zones now. I know we're ahead half a year. Yes, it's still your morning just. So good morning to you, Michelle. And we've got Kay's here saying welcome to the newbies too. So isn't that lovely? Thank you so much, Kay, for being friendly in our community here. And Kerry Ann, hi Roz, and everyone. So it's great to see you. And we have Tanya here as well, just popped in with your comment. Great, thank you. At least I know something's working with the Facebook, even if it isn't my own business page. The Roz Boundy one with the cartoony one. Anyway, this will be posted as a share or whatever a bit later. So where was I up to? Here, the birds. They're beautiful, aren't they? Most would know. You can just see it in the background. Let me see if I can actually put that up as a swap around. I'm not sure if I can do that anymore. You should be able to see the little owl there? I love owls. So they are my totem, and you'll see even more of them. Let me go the right way. They're gorgeous. I just love them. So owls are especially meaningful for me. They are more in depth as far as what they share with us in this message today, because they are in our role. We are needing to communicate meaningfully today. And that can mean, it can mean just listening more. This one here is more about listening. He's sitting, or he or she, don't know what one it is, that it is sitting there observing, listening. You can see it turned with a listening ear, really concentrating on what is happening around and about. This one has just taken off, taken flight to share, to do something, to act on whatever that listening and action, speaking. They do communicate with their voices. They have a voice as well. We're needing to do the same, is what the message is we're getting there. Okay, and Kay, you love the owls and all the beautiful birds as well. Oh, aren't they so gorgeous? I do have birds as being a very favourite type of thing to really get into, because there's so many of them around here. Now, let's get back to what is now that central card, the fox. This is the outcome. It is the last of the cards for the reading. It's usually seen as a negative card because sly, manipulative, and all of that type of stuff that you expect a fox to do, danger, not nice, all of that. But I don't feel that when I see the fox card. I really do feel there's more about wisdom in the way it works through and thinks and nuts things out. Because if you've been in a farm situation or backyard, even in suburbia, sometimes you do see foxes around. If you have ever had chickens in a yard and foxes are around, you know how destructive they can be and how they can bring forward some very sneaky ways of working around what you're trying to keep them out of. They'll get in. So they're very, very clever in working it out. And this one's probably got its family somewhere wanting to feed them, little pups or cubs or whatever they're called. It doesn't matter. What I take from a fox really is that energy of, look, something didn't work out first time. Let's work out another option, another way of doing things. Sure, it is a warning as well that there could be some manipulation elsewhere that's happening. Have an awareness of what else might be going on that you can plan appropriately. But that's the outcome. You've gathered the information you need from those in your home space, from those in your workspace and yourself, knowing what you're doing, having that inner communication to be able to bring the light on what is the next step, what is happening around you, so that you can plan appropriately. Be aware, even if some of that's not within your control. It's a beautiful message, because even if even if we have that is the outcome card, it's opening up our awareness, bringing the light into situations that can be then acted on with more wisdom and knowledge and experience, because that's what the owl's telling us. All of that we experience is for our betterment, growth, and the journey that we're on in our life, like we do. Okay, so I'm just going to put that aside and go back to here and say thank you, because it has been a bit of a slog getting to it this morning and spending the time to really sort, how can I do this differently, because there was a bit of a technical glitch. I still need to work out why my Boundy Facebook page isn't showing in a list that I use on, the live streaming platform. Different ways of being able to do it where it's going to be constructive and not tearing down anything, because it's all fantastic stuff to have the technology, being able to reach you. Thank you so much. Keep being the best you, and hopefully tomorrow it will be in the morning earlier. I don't know what time yet. Just keep an eye out. You can click for the YouTube channels. You can click that subscribe and the bell for notifications, and you will get the notifications. I know that. Facebook, I'm not 100% sure if you always get your notifications, but certainly follow or join or whatever thing that is showing up, do that and find where the notifications are and see if they work. Otherwise, it'll be potluck, but potluck's good too sometimes. So thank you so much to each of you. And Jacqueline, I'd call it even a more florid word than stuff up all the time. They change stuff all the time. They are an F word. Oh, I shouldn't be like that. Let's just send it love and light, love and light. Let's all be the best that we can be, really listening from our hearts and continuing forward on our own journeys. And it's so wonderful to share with others along that pathway. So thank you, and namaste. Until next time. Oh, thank you, Carrie Ann. It is good to be here. I can tell you, it is good to be here. Bye for now.